the PuckBandits podcast. I'm your host, Dickie Thompson, and tonight I'm with our guests,
Johnny,
Mike P.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining our podcast tonight.
The pleasure there, Dickie.
The pleasure's all ours at PuckBandits, Mike P. The pleasure's all ours. Okay, a few hot topics here in the NHL, gentlemen. First off, what are your thoughts on Midget Boy now?
He's a monster. He's a monster, I tell ya.
I like a little Desharnais, man. I mean, he scored some pretty good goals in the last 2 games.
What's funny to me now is that I didn't mention Desharnais at all. In fact, I didn't even mention the Habs, but right away you go to our number one center, David Desharnais.
I think he's a keeper. We should keep him in the team.
Double D's a monster, I tell ya.
Now, define this monster here. Do you think they take him in the back and they shoot him up with some monster juice of some kind? Do we have some Scooby-Doo action going on?
No, I think with the two pillars of power right next to him, Max Pax and Eric Cole, you see they collide like forces of nature.
There's no way I can top that. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, he's a small guy, but he plays like he was 7'7".
Okay, it certainly sounds like Mike P's on the Scooby-Doo juice tonight. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Double D, he's as big as Sofia Vergara's brassiere.
She certainly has a nice brassiere. Okay, well, let's move on to our second topic here, gentlemen. There was an issue the other night involving Milan Lucic of the Stanley Cup winning Boston Bruins and Buffalo Sabres goalie Ryan Miller, where he basically decapitated his ass.
I'm really pissed off about that. Brendan Shanahan started the league with good rules and good suspensions, and now he needs to wear his pants and suspend him. He should have suspended him.
Listen, Frenchie, listen.
No,
listen.
Hey, gentlemen, please calm down. One at a time here. Come on. Let's be civilized, okay? Let's go. Mike P.
Exactly. Thank you there, Dickie. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is my buddy Mike Milbury, okay? We're talking about this on NBC Sport. That's what we talked about. That's the way a game is supposed to go, okay? Yeah. Lucic, he did what he had to do. He exposed the Sabres for being a bunch of pansies.
They are a bunch of pansies. What are your thoughts, Johnny, on that? The Sabres being pansies, just like our local boy Canadians here.
I go back to Brendan Shanahan. He should wear his pants. He should wear his pants and see the law and the rules on the game. You can't not touch the goalie.
We can't. Okay, let's not try and make ourselves
You okay there?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hold on, let me smack in the back of the head. There we go.
Thank you very much for that. That brings us to our third topic tonight. On Halloween, the Phoenix Coyotes held a private party where Raffi Torres wore the blackface. What are your feelings on that, gentlemen? Does that have its place in professional sports in 2011?
Well, I think it's too big of a deal for what it is. I mean, it was Halloween. He was wearing a costume, and it was a private party. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Listen, it's outrageous he has to do this. 2011, we're here, we're making progress. Okay, black people, white people, any kind of people, they can play hockey. But when you put out the blackface like that, it's outrageous.
I think I agree with Mike P on this one, Johnny. I think it's scandalous. It's unbelievable.
Sketch.
I don't think so. It's a private party. It's Halloween. He's allowed to dress up like he wants to dress up. I mean, I don't think he's racist. His choice of costume was a little bit questionable, but
it was the organization's job. Excuse me. It's the organization's job to keep tabs on their players and make sure that kind of crap does not happen. Mike P, what are your thoughts?
I think whatever happens, he went in yellow face. What happens if he goes in green face? It'd be the same thing, right? You have to just keep it tight. You have to
Pink face. That's what I want to see. Pink eye, pink face, pink everything.
Okay, yes. Violence. Yes.
Violence. I'll say it again, gentlemen. Violence. 3 words.
I'm on top of that. I agree with you 100%.
Absolutely. All right, that brings us to our last topic here. And I'd like to thank you very much for your well-spoken outbursts tonight.
No problem.
We really do appreciate it, you know. Scott Gomez. Now, here we are. We have a campaign here at PuckBandits called Gone, Gomez, Gone. Basically, every week we talk about how we want Scott Gomez to get the hell out of Montreal. That's basically the gist of it. What are your thoughts on Gomer and what we should do with his $7.5 a year $1 million contract?
To take the first red eye back to Hamilton with that bum. Triple G shouldn't be here. He should go back to Columbia, Alaska, wherever he found himself.
I totally agree with that. He's done nothing good for the team. He spends our money and he doesn't earn it. He doesn't earn it.
I wonder where he does spend the money.
Exactly.
a little cocaine, huh?
Well, Alaska is mostly snow. You know what I mean?
Hey, Scotty, can you hook me up?
Mike P, not we're on the air.
Oh, sorry. He's a monster.
On the air, people. Okay. Well, that's about it for our November 15th podcast here. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for your time. Johnny, any last words you want to say before you walk the plank here?
Keep violence in hockey and keep it alive and well.
Keep it alive. And then Mike P, any more words here today?
No, I'm going to be on tour all week with the NBC crew. We're going to be doing the games. Bang! Boom!
With Mike Milbury, the best GM of all time in the National Hockey League, eh?
Stand up, guy.
Stand up. 3 words, people. Violence.
Podcast, what a